Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel ML for Analytics. I am Jyoti and I'm back with a brand new video on currency conversion in DAX using Power BI. So let's get started. Now, for the purpose of this particular video, I am using again as usual Contoso database. So let's get you introduced with the data model first. So I have used the two tables from Contoso DB over here. One is dim date, the other one is fact sales, which are linked to each other by means of a one-to-many relationship. Dim date is on the one side of the relationship and fact sales is on the many side of the relationship. So now that we have dim date table, that is the dimension table, we have the fact table, and in fact table only we have the sales amount column, which is currently in Indian currency. It is in INR currently, and now we are going to get it converted to different currencies of our choice, right? So for that particular thing, we need a third table also, which is basically a currency table. And ideally, that currency table should be having columns like the name of the country, the value of the currency in that particular country in INR, right? And the symbol that they use for their currency, etc., etc. Now, in order to get all that detail, I have used data from this particular website, which is bookmyforex.com. So I will write this particular link in the description box also. So, but now let's get you introduced to the tables first. So as you can see, it is actually having around 7 tables over here, and in those 7 tables, the countries or the currencies of different countries are given versus the Indian currency exchange rate, right? So this is how these tables are organized. They are having 4 columns, and one is country, second is currency, third one is currency symbol, fourth one is value in Indian rupees, right? So we have all these, like you can also call it as like the exchange value, right? So we have all that kind of information, and they are the currencies and the countries associated to that currency. They are given in around 7 tables over here. So now what we are going to do is, though I have done all the preparation beforehand for this particular video, but still I will get you introduced to the process first. Now I have clicked on get data over here. I'll go to other, I'll go to web over here, then click on connect over here. Once I click on connect, this particular dialog box is going to appear in front of me, and I'm going to paste the URL over here and click on OK. Now I'm going to get this navigator in front of me, which is going to contain the data, the queries which are coming from that particular website. And as you can see, I have everything in front of me. I have this particular folder which is having those 7 tables which I wanted. If I click on each of them, then actually they are having the data in the format that I wanted. Now, if we select all those like 7 tables and click on transform data, then it is going to take me to the Power Query editor, right? So for now, I'm going to click on cancel over here because I have already done all that thing, right? So I will just go to transform data in order to get you introduced to the process. And now, actually, when I had brought this data, then the table was in this kind of format. So the name of the columns were coming like this: column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Now I actually clicked on this use first row as headers in order to get my data to this particular state. So this is how it is going to look, right? So I have done this step for all of those 7 queries, right? Now, once that step that is using the first row as header was done from my side, I actually clicked on one of the queries and went to Append Queries and clicked on this arrow button and then clicked on Append Queries as new, and I went to 3 or more tables since I want to append these 7 tables. And now first query is already there, so I had clicked actually the other 6 queries. I double clicked on each of them, and then that is how the tables to append looked like, and I clicked on OK. After clicking on OK, I actually got the data in this format, right? Now I have the data appended in front of me, but this value in Indian rupees column, that is still in textual format. Now I want this particular column to be in a number format, right? In a numeric format. So in order to do that, I splitted this column by position. I actually went to split column over here and clicked on this by position over here. Why? Because from right, if I traverse any value, then you can see that INR is given and then a space is given, and this comprises of 4 positions, right? So if I go over here, then I wrote 4 as the number of characters over here and split the column by traversing once as far right as possible. So this is how I did it. Then it automatically changed the type of the column. I don't want this particular column which has INR in all the rows. So I removed that column. I renamed this particular column value in Indian rupees dot one. I renamed this to value in INR, and I then what happened was that once I actually appended these queries, there was this particular row, this blank row which was appearing, and again it is coming straight from those tables only from website. So I filtered it out from my table. I disable the load of other child queries since I don't want them to appear in my report view. Why? Because I'm not going to use them. I am just going to use this final table, right? So that is why I disabled the load. Now I made a fourth table, which is a measures table, and I went to modeling tab over here, and then I clicked on new table and I actually pasted this particular DAX code over here, right? Now the first measure which I made was sales amount, which is actually the original sales amount, and the straightforward computation of this sales amount measure is I am summing the sales amount column of fact sales table. That's it, right? This is the original sales amount and this is an Indian rupees, right? This is an Indian currency. Now I have used one filter over here, which is basically the country filter. The column which I have used in this particular filter is basically the country column from currency table, right? And this is a single select filter. So at a time you can select just one country in this particular filter, right? And as you can see, this is a multi-row card visual, and this actually lets us know the currency symbol and the value of the currency in Indian rupees of the country which I have selected in this particular filter. So if I change the country, then automatically this data in this particular multi-row card gets updated. So for now I'm going to choose Australia only, right? Now if I go to sales amount converted measure, Then as you can see, I have first of all I have made a variable over here which is selected country. So I have used selected value function, and in selected value function of DAX I have used the country column from currency table. So this actually the output of this selected value is going to give us the name of the country which I have selected in the filter, right, which is there in the current filter context. So that value which is coming from the current filter context, it is going to get saved in this particular variable which is selected country. Then I have used a second variable which is INR underscore val over here, and I have used select columns function of DAX, and the first argument of this function is basically a filter function. In that filter function, the first argument is the currency table, and what I am going to use the filter argument, or you can say the filtering condition, is that country column of currency table is equal to selected country variable, right? So whatever country I have selected, so it is going to filter the row, it is going to filter the table currency, and I'm going to get that particular row as the output of this filter function, right? Now this particular row is going to contain all those four columns, country, and then currency, currency symbol, value in Indian rupees, all of that. Now from that particular table, I am going to just select one column which is value in Indian rupees, right? And I am going to give the name to that particular cell or that particular column as INR space val, right? So this is the name of the column which I have selected, and in this particular column, the value that will be coming from value in Indian rupees, right? So this will be getting saved in INR underscore val. Now I have made a third variable which is sales amount converted. So in this particular step, we are going to do the conversion. Now this will be equal to calculate, then I am again summing the sales amount column of fact sales table, and I will be dividing the sales amount column with INR underscore val. So currently, since Australia is selected, the value in INR, it is so the Australian dollar is equal to 54.27 Indian rupees. So now we will be getting the converted value equal to sum of sales amount divided by INR underscore val. So we will get the value in their currency. So whatever country we have selected, we are going to convert the sales amount to their value, right? And I'm going to return the sales amount converted over here. So this is how I have done the conversion, and if I look into this particular visual, then you can see this is the original sales amount which is in INR, and this is the converted sales amount, right? So if I open my calculator and if I like type 456194095 divided by 54.27, then the value which I will be getting is 840600870.617. So this is what I'm getting over here. Now for both these measures, I have actually changed the number of decimal places to 0. So that is why no values after the decimal point they are coming for me for both of these measures, right? And for both of them, I have enabled the commas. So this is how you are actually getting the data, right? Now, if you change the country to any other country, then it is actually going to change, right? Everything all the value that is going to actually change. So if I change it to the US, then it is going to get updated according to the value of United States dollar in Indian currency. So this is how I have done the conversion and made it dynamic. So guys, with this, I conclude this video. I hope you found this video informative and interested. If that is the case, then please hit on the like button. Please let me know about your feedback and any other ideas in the comment section below. Please share this video and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.